Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm sharing with you my 5 favorite things regarding fall on the first day of fall, so stick around. While it doesn't necessarily feel like fall outside, well, I take that back. It kind of does. For the area that we live, it kind of actually does feel like fall outside, which is basically everybody else's summer, but it's not too bad. But today I am going to be sharing with you just 5 of my favorite things that are fall related. This is also a collaboration that I'm hosting, so there are going to be some mamas sharing their favorites down in the playlist as well, so be sure you check those out. I am sure there's going to be some things that maybe are also your favorites, or maybe even new things that you can kind of add in to your season. Now, the 5 things I'm going to share with you really are just kind of random things. I did not put these in any sort of order. There are other things about fall that I like, but these were like the big ones, like the main things that I think about when I think about the fall season, and you know what I enjoy and what things I like. And everyone's take on this is going to be a little bit different. I left it open. So it could be favorite books, it could be favorite clothes, it could be a plethora of things. But for me, I just picked like broad kind of topics here. So the first thing is the weather. And that's because we get a little bit of a break from hot, rainy, swampy, just miserable weather, and it just makes it so much more enjoyable to actually be outside. But fall tends to give us cooler mornings, at least. It's generally kind of breezy and comfortable. Now, it may only last 2 weeks, but those 2 weeks are like the best of the year. And those are my favorite. I love being outside. I love doing things outside. I just am not going to do it when it's 110 with 98% humidity at 8 a.m. I'm good. I'm good on that. Another thing, and I feel like maybe this one will be kind of common too. Maybe not. I don't know. I like decorating for fall. So I've always thought that I was going to be the person, like once I decided I was going to stay home and I was going to homeschool, I was like, this is going to be so great. I'll be the mom who, you know, I decorate for Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, and I have this one area of my home that I decorate. That's pretty well the spot that gets decorated. There are little pieces here and there, like here, I'll lift you guys up and show, like, you know, I've got those little things up there. But this is pretty well, like when this table changes, that's how you know I have decorated. Outside of Christmas. Now, Christmas, there are a lot more things that get decorated for Christmas. And I do enjoy decorating for Christmas. There's just, I don't know, there's just something with fall decorations that I love it. I think maybe because that's the first time in the year that I get to decorate, because as it turns out, I am not the mom who's going to decorate for Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, and I don't even decorate 4th of July. So fall, and then we get Christmas, and then by the time I get to Christmas, I'm like, I'm so over all this stuff. I just want it to go away, and I just want like my normal, regular decorations back. I also really love that this year, and maybe last year, but I don't really remember it much last year, but this year I was out looking for just a couple little, you know, extra decorations to kind of add in. I like to try and get a couple things each year. I am not one of those people who gets rid of all my decorations and then does something completely new the next year. This year, the cool thing was fall with blue. And y'all know, like, I love blue. And the way that the colors, like, they all work together, it's just my favorite. Hold on, I will show you guys my decoration table with my new decorations, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so you guys have probably seen this before, especially if you've watched any of like my old videos. I used to always do my videos here, but like it looks so good together, right? Like the blue and the orange, like it all just matches so well. And so this is just a combination of things that I've thrifted, that I've made. It's just a whole bunch of stuff, and I just love it. This is just one of my favorite little spots here. I'll give you guys kind of a close-up of all the different things. Does anybody know what this is? Just out of curiosity. This opens. It does have both pieces. Well, obviously, because the top there. If you know what that is, leave it below. Just again, out of curiosity. So this is my favorite spot. Like I said, I do kind of add a little bit of things other places, but that's where most of it goes. So there you go. Like, now you know how those colors kind of work together. And I don't know if anybody else has seen any of those. If you've gone to really anywhere. I was at Walmart earlier today, and they had some kind of blue fall type things, and I just love it. Next, and this really kind of ties in with my, like, the first point that I made with the weather. Generally, the fall is the time where we're able to get together more often, and we're able to do more things together. Doesn't necessarily mean like this is when we take vacations or anything like that. Those, quite honestly, they just kind of happen sporadically. So, we have not gotten to the point where we have, the first week in November, we always go to mountain whatever for the fall, anything like that. Would I like to get to that point one day? Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. However, we're not there. So the fall is generally we just spend more time together because the weather is nice. And the things that we enjoy doing require us to be outside. And fall is hunting season. We are a hunting family, and that is one of those activities that we like to do together. We also have a side-by-side, and so that is fun for all of us to go out and ride. And again, the weather it's enjoyable, so you can be outside all day and it not be absolutely miserable. And we like doing that. We like riding around in the woods, listening to music, and seeing what animals and creatures and things we can find and all that kind of stuff. That's what we like to do. And again, really kind of all these, I guess maybe they all are kind of the same, but they're kind of not the same. But the kind of fourth thing that I have here is that this is the time we slow down, because again, we're spending more time as a family. The weather outside is enjoyable. And so we spend more time doing other things besides being inside doing school. And that's why I have kind of this has always kind of been our break time. This is naturally when we slow down with school. I say that in the next maybe month or so, we've got one more unit from Gather Round that I want to do. And then I do have a couple of things planned for kind of Thanksgiving fall time, and then a little something for Christmas. But those are just days that, we're bored at home, or the weather's not great, or whatever, we just kind of plug those in where we can. But other than that, like, this is the time where we take a break. Most people, or a lot of people, like to break over the summer for various reasons. Some people school year round, which I mean, I guess technically we're schooling year round. And I'm seeing that we are going to need to make some changes in our schedule, but I don't know that we'll really ever get away from fall time being the time where we really scale it way back. And so, yeah, I am looking forward to that. I am looking forward to time to just relax and breathe and prepare for my next favorite thing, which is Thanksgiving. I have learned to love Thanksgiving, you guys. I come from a divorced family, and so for the majority of my life, Thanksgiving has always been a little bit of a hot mess, right? Because I got to go over here to this family and do Thanksgiving, and then that family and do Thanksgiving, and then it's just always been a little chaotic. Which when you're young and you're single, it doesn't matter. But when you are married and you have a child, that gets it's hard to get to 3 family dinners on Thanksgiving at 3 p.m. I don't know if you guys have tried that before, but it's not very easy. So in order to kind of eliminate all of that, I have just been hosting Thanksgiving. So this will be my 3rd year, I believe. Yeah, this will be my 3rd year hosting Thanksgiving, and I love it. It has been so great. We just whatever, whenever, whoever, bring them, we'll feed them. Just come if you can and if you want to, and there'll be something for somebody to eat, and I love that. I love opening my home to my family and sometimes even their family, and it's just a really special time, and it is such a big change for me from what I am used to, and I never pictured myself being the hostess with the mostest, and I don't necessarily think that I am. I just have always been things have got to be this way. Things have to look this way. I have to do these certain things. I have to provide this. It was just very it had to be a presentation. And my first year hosting, I was realizing nobody is really going to do anything for Thanksgiving. So I guess we can just do it here. And man, it was fantastic. And I'm like, yes, this is what we are going to do. And it wasn't perfect. And my house was not, in immaculate condition. And, there were things that, we needed to be fixed and replaced, and there's a light bulb out, and, just those silly things that nobody cares about except for you. Nobody cares, especially when it comes to your family and your close friends. They don't care. They don't care that, your rug is missing from your living room. It's not going to matter to them. So once I got all of that out of my head, then I really love hosting for Thanksgiving. I love being able to cook for Thanksgiving. Cooking is also something that I have grown to love and enjoy, and I get to feed people, and I've learned that I love to cook and feed people. And so yeah, it's really enjoyable for me. And that is something that I have grown in. I have not always been that way. The other part to Thanksgiving is this is kind of the time when traditions start. So again, I didn't grow up in a family that really had a lot of traditions. There just really was not a lot there wasn't. That's basically it. There wasn't a lot of traditions. I could not say every year I know we're going to do this around this time, or for this we're going to do this. And that was just the way that it was, I'm not saying you have to have traditions or anything like that, but I do think there is a little bit of value in there, and I think it's something special. And I want to provide that for my daughter, even if it's just small little things, because I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool. Like, I think it would be so cool if my daughter at 30 years old is like, hey, we are going to do this with our kids this year because this is what mom did for us when I was a kid, or, you know, just things like that. I think that's super cool. And one of my favorites is we will get those, hold on, I'll go grab them. So yes, this is my second Thanksgiving hosting, and I know that because I know how many pumpkins I have. And so what I did that first Thanksgiving in November, I got the idea to take one of these pumpkins from Michael's, I think is where I got these, but it's just like the little styrofoam pumpkins. And starting in November, November 1st, every day we would write something that we were thankful for. And we did that all the way up to Thanksgiving. And then on Thanksgiving Day, while everybody was here, I would have them write on the pumpkin something that they were thankful for, or, you know, whatever they wanted to write for the year. And then I have the date on the bottom. And they're not cute, they're not decorative, they're not pretty by, you know, whatever the Michael's standards or Hobby Lobby standards, but y'all, what a great way to remember the things that were important to you during that year, you know, the things that you were thankful for. I love this. This is one of my favorite things that we do. I hope that I am always able to do it. And hopefully one day we will be able to just have like our own little mini thankful pumpkin patch over in the corner of the living room or something. But yeah, that's it. Those are 5 of my favorite things about fall. If you guys have any, well, I know you have any, leave them in the comments. Let me know, what are some of your favorites with Thanksgiving? Not with Thanksgiving, with fall. What are your favorites with fall? Leave them for me in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the playlist in the description. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.